Hello, everyone. We have
Hello,
Adam Stern
Raymond.
here, making a big announcement, which I think everyone would be interested in, especially if you're in Taiwan. But first, a quick intro. Quick intro. Adam is one of the top Australian freediving competitors, one of the most lovable freedive personalities on the internet. If you're not friends with him, you want to be friends with him. Quite
Or
known
you
for
soon
his
will be.
education. Yeah, quite known for his educational material. Not only is he one of the founding members of the Molsonov's International Freediving Certification Agency, also has a great YouTube channel, which I personally have learned a lot from, and a lot of people out there have. So, feel very privileged to have him here making a big announcement. So, let's just get this out of the way. What is this big announcement?
The big announcement is that we are doing Deep Week in Taiwan. The last week of November this year, Deep Week is coming to Taiwan, and I'm so pumped. We're going to be doing it in Xiaoliuqiu, and it's going to be amazing.
Awesome. What exactly is Deep Week for all those people who don't know?
So Deep Week is think of a cross between a large freediving festival and like a freediving training camp. So that's pretty much what it is. It's a freediving training camp where we bring all the world's best freediving competitors and freediving instructors together to teach in a large fun-filled environment. And we basically have like all types of workshops and masterclasses and things running throughout the week. So it's not just like taking a freediving course. It's so much more. It's a week of intimate and intense freediving education with the world's best freedivers, and it's just so much fun. It's absolutely wild. It's a lot of fun. This year, I'll be coming, and so will Alexei Molchanov, the world's deepest freediver and world champion, and we also have all the Taiwanese national champions coming as well. So it's going to be a huge event with a lot of outstanding freedivers.
That is wicked. Wicked. So I could vouch for the Deep Week is a lot of fun, learn a ton. I've been to two already, and I plan on doing a lot more in the future. But is a Deep Week good for, say, like a total beginner, never taken a free dive course?
Totally. I mean, totally. Well, but think of it like this, right? The alternative is that you take like a standard freediving course, right? So you jump in and you do a 2, 3, or 4 day like freediving program or freediving course, and it's really a short period of time to learn all the skills involved with freediving. So the reason why doing it over a week-long period is, number one, you get more time to train, more time to practice, more time to dive. It takes the pressure off, so you're not like there's never pressure to perform. You're just doing everything slowly in your own time. And the other thing is that we're going to have some of the world's best freedivers there. I mean, very simply, the level of expertise in these courses, even for beginner courses, is going to exceed what pretty much anyone can offer anywhere. And this is the thing as well, is that most of these top athletes are also outstanding instructors. So, I mean, I personally love training beginners. I know Alexi loves training beginners. So I think it's like the perfect environment to learn freediving. And to be honest, at Deep Week, about 1/3 of all the people that come to all Deep Weeks everywhere, all over the world, are total beginners.
I think it's a great way to start off your freedive journey by going to a Deep Week, because not only are you learning in a very good environment. I mean, typical courses are 3 to 4 days long. I understand that because not everyone has the time to
Of
go
course.
to take 7 or a week out. So, it's just how it is. But how many sports do you know, and this is like a legitimate sport, that you can learn to a proficient level in just like 3 or 4 days, right?
Well,
7 days is
100%.
more like it, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. And the truth is that the body has a natural ability or a natural aptitude for freediving. It just takes a little bit of time, I suppose, to learn how to do it in a way that is really
Yeah.
comfortable, relaxed, and that I suppose that truly unlocks the potential.
Yeah, adaptation is one very important aspect of freediving. But to take like your first course with the in Deep Week, I think it's important because not only is it like great educationally, but the community. I have
Yeah.
met so many friends that I'm still in touch with, and we're just always DMing back and forth on Instagram and stuff. And so when you first take a course, I was just kind of like in a silo alone, didn't have any
Yeah.
friends that I could talk about freediving with. And so yeah, that's a good. I think that's something that you've done very well, is build an awesome freediving community.
Well, I mean, like, I think that's the best part about freediving, right? I think the freediving community is the best part about like what we do, and so I mean, like the amount of freedivers that I know all over the world because of this thing that we've been doing is just amazing. Like everywhere you go, you'll know a deep weeker, and you know what I mean. You'll have people to
Yeah.
dive with all over the world. Honestly, I'm super proud of having been a part of making that.
And I think one of the big deal about this having this in Taiwan is that it really puts Taiwan on the freediving map. Everyone's going to know about Taiwan
Totally.
and Xiaoliuqiu simply by having your Deep Week here, right?
Well, I mean, look, Deep Week being the sort of like premier freediving event in the world, it does kind of highlight locations, So in the past, when we've done Deep Weeks consistently in locations, those locations have kind of turned into international freediving hubs. So I mean, like, I don't want to sit here and be like, yeah, we're gonna like put Taiwan on the map because Taiwan is on the map, But I would love to do the little part that we can to establish Taiwan as a more of an international freediving destination.
Absolutely. And for example, last year I went to Phuket, and I never thought about going to Phuket to freedive, but the Deep Week was there, and now I have the friends and connections there to freedive there if I want to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, and now people message me all the time, like, "Hey, like, where do I go in Phuket to freedive, or how do I freedive while I'm in Phuket?" And then we just send them to the schools there, So yeah, definitely. I mean, and to be honest with you, like before I started exploring the idea of doing a Deep Week in Phuket, I had no idea that the diving was good in Phuket, and I'm like, "Oh, Phuket's really good. Like, you should go there."
Absolutely. And other than Phuket, where else have you had your Deep Weeks?
So we've done Deep Weeks in Bali, in Panglao in the Philippines, Coron in the Philippines. We've done them in the Bahamas, in Croatia, and there's probably another place or two I'm forgetting. Oh, we've done them in Australia. We've done them in a few locations in Australia. But we're
your
expanding.
First one in Dubai.
So this year we're going to Dubai for the first time. We're also going to go to Mexico for the first time. That hasn't been announced yet, but here we are. So we're just looking to go to as many like amazing places as possible, So I mean, basically, in short, what happens is I wake up in the morning, I'm like, where would I like to go? And then we plan a Deep Week there.
No, it's also great because it gives me some, I guess, impetus to go to different places to freedive. Sometimes you just get stuck in your own place, and it really takes the motivation to get out of the country and do something different. And I love, as an instructor, I love going to Deep Week because, I learn a lot because I'm in a bit of a vacuum. I'm teaching by myself. I'm not learning from others, and it's an opportunity for do my like professional continuation education or something, right?
Well, that's right. I mean, look, no matter how experienced an instructor you are, you get into into a learning situation with 40, 50 other instructors, and you're bound to learn something. I learn new things every Deep Week that we do because, I don't have the answer to everyone's problem, right? Like I'm not the provider of all solutions, but I can guarantee that between the 40 or 50 instructors that are there, like we will solve every bloody problem. And I hear other instructors explaining things in ways I'm like, oh wow, that's really good. Or I hear them breaking down a technique in a nice way that makes sense for that student. I'm like, oh wow, that's really good. And so even I'm like, oh, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that. Yeah. And then you develop this amazing, like rich repertoire in which you can better your own teaching.
We know it's great for beginners. Why is it great for like the more experienced divers? And are you going to be providing like a Wave 4? And what is Wave 4?
We're going to be providing Wave 4. So Wave 4 is the highest level of freediving certification that exists. It's the Multi-Novice Wave 4. If you could make an equivalent with AIDA, it would be like the AIDA 5-star. It's a 50, 60, 70 meter freediving course designed for competitive level freedivers. It's something that exists only in Multi-Novice, and it's reasonably new. I think it's only been out for about a year or so now, just over a year. And it's awesome. Like it's a very involved, very developed course. And when you take it at Deep Week, you get to take the course from myself or Alexei Molchanov or some of the best competitive freedivers in the world. So this is the thing when it comes to learning freediving. Like when you're learning at those high levels, what you're really taking away is the personal experience of the person that's teaching you. There's only so much you can like standardize deep diving. It's very individual. So like the best way to learn is to find someone who, I suppose, whose experience you want to draw from. And so being able to pull together so many high-level freedivers means that we really can put together like more expertise than just about anyone.
Why Taiwan?
Well, so Taiwan is Taiwan is a nice place to dive, right? It's a place that I've wanted to come for a long time. And not only that, there's also like there's a huge community of freedivers. You know what I mean? There's a huge community of freedivers, and I would love to bring our community of freedivers to Taiwan to get mixed up and messed up with all the freediving madness over there. But Taiwan is regarded as one of the best or one of the better freediving spots in Asia. And I think that it hasn't got enough. Like I don't think there's enough. What's the word I'm thinking of here? Awareness. There's not enough awareness of how good the diving is in Taiwan. So the conditions there are beautiful, easy. You can get you can get almost all the depth you need for freediving education just from a short swim from shore, like an easy shore dive. Yeah. So there's so much going for Taiwan. And the truth is, like, there are not all that many parts of the world that can host large events, right? As in order to get like 100, 150, 200 people in the water diving all at the same time, you really do need like easy, calm, nice conditions. When you have rough conditions, you really are limited to small groups. And given that we like to bring a large group of people together and have a very fun festival vibe to this thing, we're always looking for places with nice conditions, and Taiwan has that.
Final question is that I get this question asked most often when they know I've been to a Deep Week or I know you, and the question is he really like he is in his YouTube videos in real life?
Yeah, well, what do you think, Raymond? What do you tell me?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you know
Absolutely.
What? Yes. Do you know, I think it would be, imagine having like an internet personality that was different to who you are, because that would be exhausting, wouldn't it? You know, when you'd meet people, you'd have to put on your personality, or even just putting on your personality for the videos. So yeah, when I first started YouTube, I just made the decision, because I'm a bit of a wacky guy, you know, so I decided that like I was not going to hold. I wasn't going to hold it back, you know what I mean? I was just going to be who I was, and if people liked it, they liked it, and if they didn't like it, they didn't like it. So yeah, easier.
Yeah, that's like something I promised myself, like just to when I had a corporate job for 20 years in the bank, and I had to be this other person. I've tried my hardest to be this person. I had to hold back some of my personality. So like when I was doing this, I'm like, I'm going to be full on Ray. I'm not going to compromise my personality at all.
Right?
It's much better to be your authentic self than try to be somebody else, right?
Totally. And you know, I think that people actually respond to that, and in a very strong way. You being yourself, completely, like without any shame, it frees people around you to be themselves and to know that there'll be no judgment, and everyone can be vulnerable, right? So it's a nice thing that we can all do.
That's a great way of looking at it. I never thought about it that way.
Right.
So, if somebody wants to go to this Deep Week Taiwan, how do they do it?
They go to our website, www.freedivingfamily.com, go to the Deep Week section, click on Taiwan, and then just book. You can do everything straight through the website. I imagine that this event will sell out very quickly, so you might have to be fast with it, just because there are so many people in our own freediving community that are really keen to come to Taiwan. I know that Taiwan has a huge freediving community, so you might have to be quick. But that's it. Just go to the website, book on. Simple as that.
Thanks so much, Anna, for coming on. So great to have you. I'm so looking forward to Deep Week Taiwan. So looking forward to see you again.
Me too. And, I'm pumped. Honestly, I'm absolutely pumped for the event. It's gonna be. I've never been to Taiwan. I've wanted to come for so long.
Oh my God, it's Alexei's first time too, right?
It's Alexei's first time in Taiwan as well. It's both of our first time. So I want to eat all the crazy local dishes. I want to go crazy. You know what I mean? I want to drink the local drinks. I want to get drunk on the local whatever we're drinking.
You do not have to worry about that. Taiwanese are very, very, very hospitable people.
I know.
Make sure You were gonna love this country. You're gonna be like, we need to do like 5 deep weeks a year
Absolutely.
in Taiwan.
Oh, too good. All right. Well, Ray, I will
All right.
see you very soon, my friend.
Thanks for watching. Click like and subscribe.